We all know Mick is now in his mid to late 70s, and the whole rock and roll thing has lasted a lot longer than he and the rest of us thought.
Still going.
I know. Saw him in concert a while back. It's unbelievable the way he is moving at his age. I can't even move that way. But what about those of us who aren't quite as successful as Mick Jagger? Would an annuity provide us with a new source of steady income? Would it be a good idea?
Yes and no. I mean, it all depends on your situation. I mean, there's a lot of different annuities out there. I mean, you got immediate annuities, you got indexed annuities, you got fixed annuities, you got variable annuities. There's so many different types. They do have a stipulation on some of them that will provide you a guaranteed lifetime income. But there's so many different sources, there's so many different checklists that people need to know before getting into an annuity, because you're basically creating yourself a self-pension plan. But not all annuities are just for income. You can use annuity for legacy planning, for death benefit purposes. You can use annuities for just strictly accumulation to avoid yourself from market risk. But as an independent agent, we have access to over 29 different companies. We worked with actually 22 last year. Is breaking you down. I mean, these are things that you have to look for when you're trying to consider yourself into moving yourself into like an annuity type product. I mean, your age is very important. That's a very important part, because depending on your age is depending on where you want to be, and when you want to start taking your income is another big thing. Is you want it for income. Do you want it to start it immediately? Do you want it in 1 to 5 years from now, 6 to 10 years, or you don't know? The I don't know part of it opens up the whole Pandora's box, because then it opens up a lot of different avenues you can do, and more for accumulation purposes. Are you married? Are you looking for this for joint income? What's the different age between you and your spouse? Do you want to leave any money to your legacy? These are all questions you have to take into account. And if someone you go to and you say, hey, I'm interested in annuity, or what do you have for me out there? And they only give you maybe 1 or 2 options, and that's it. And you might want to scratch your head and say, well, are these the best options? What other options may I have is a great question to ask your financial advisor. What other avenues do you have? Because there's not a one-size-fits-all, Kristen.
Right.
But what it does is, the way we have it broken down when we're meeting with our clients and the resources that we give them is, are you using this for income, yes or no? And if they say no, then we wouldn't even offer an income annuity. That would be silly. We wouldn't be doing what's in the best interest of their client. But if they do say, yeah, I do want to generate an extra level of income like a majority of my clients do, I break it down 0 to 2 years, 2 to 5, 5 to 7, or later than 7 years. And then that's when we attack and go to work and find different 3 or 4 different options of saying, this is what your options are. This one's going to leave money to your legacy. This is going to give you a higher payment, and so forth. But at the end of the day, annuities, along with Social Security and pensions, are the only 3 guaranteed sources of income. And it's something that could fit in almost everybody's portfolio, is a thing called income.
That fits us all. We all need and want income, but is an annuity right for you? That's a question that matters individually. There's so many factors to consider. Dolph can go through those options with you, put together a Where Do I Stand plan that looks at what you're doing right now and how that's going to provide you income when you stop working and are retired. Click on clearincomeforlife.com to connect to Dolph and the team.